Now, if somebody pulled a gun on you, told you had to hand over your cash, what would you do? Many people would do as they're told, of course, or maybe you'd run, but our next guest did something else entirely. They put up a fight.
Yes, a gunman walked into the shop in Leicester, which belonged to Kapil Vagela, and demanded the contents of the till, but...
Yes, Kapil, with the help of his fiancée Tricia, who are both with us now, decided to take a different course of action. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, I think probably this works best if we kind of run the pictures. Just set the scene for us. What time of day? What's happening?
This was Wednesday evening, 10 to 6, and we were just doing our normal day-to-day routine.
OK, well, talk us through the images we'll see now.
The masked man comes into the store, pulls the gun straight at us, and I've quickly pressed the panic button. He's shouting at me, swearing, saying, "Give me everything from the till. I'll kill you, I'll shoot you," and he's taken a shot already, and he's just trying to reach over and grab whatever he wants from the till. I've done my best to nudge him back with the stick. He takes another shot as well, and I did my best to fend him off and trying to keep him at a distance. And in the end, this one nudge in the face was enough.
But he's, Tricia, I mean, as we're watching that, you're slightly shaking your head as you're watching. Is it sort of disbelief still that actually happened and you were there?
Yeah, I mean, you don't actually believe it at the time, you know, when it's happening, you actually think, you know, is this happening? You actually feel like you're dreaming at some point. You know, it's such a scary experience, but knowing that, like, Kapil actually stood up for them, it actually gives you a little bit of strength.
It wasn't just Kapil, actually, as well. You were standing, you can see very clearly you're not giving up lightly either, too.
No, I think he actually reached out for my phone and car keys and stuff, so I actually grabbed the car keys and put it actually under the desk.
Just explain to us, because you could see quite clearly there that the gun was going off, but it wasn't actually firing live rounds, was it?
No, it wasn't. At first I thought he was a bad shot and he just missed.
Yeah.
But the second two directly at me, so I knew then that it wasn't actually firing nothing at me, which gave me a bit more confidence to nudge him away.
Tricia, what was your, when that gun first went off and, you know, it was pointed directly at your husband?
I actually thought he'd got shot, and that's why, like, I was pressing the panic button, like, several times, because I didn't actually know that he pressed the panic button. So when I was pressing the panic button, I was hoping the police would come, but, you know, don't think it's, like, straight away. So that's when I picked up the phone, actually dialed 999 as well.
And just tell us the sort of thought process here, because, you know, he's clearly got a gun, he's clearly threatening, and you, at the same time, you're holding your coffee cup and bashing him with a stick. What were you thinking?
Well, what it was, the thought process in my head was I got straight away into a position where I could actually do some damage to him.
Yeah.
But all I could think of was the victims normally, you've read in the papers quite a lot, that they get in trouble for defending themselves. And I don't know why that's all that come across to me, that if I do permanent damage to him or if I hit his eye or something, I'll be liable for it in some way. And I just didn't want to, you know, be liable because I've got like a shop license and this and that and hold a good place. So that's what my thought process was.
And, yeah, I mean, you guys still running the shop, obviously. So how does it change the way you think about? I mean, when someone comes in the door now, is there a moment when does it increase your anxiety?
I think it does, because obviously I help my fiancé quite a lot at the shop, so it, you know, it frightens me knowing that I'll have to sometimes be there on my own. You know, obviously now that this has happened, it'll probably change the situation. Someone would have to be sitting with me or doing something, but it's so frightening. You don't even know what's around the corner.
See, the thing is, I'm there most of the time, and now every time I hear the door buzzer go, I'm straight away, my eyes' attentions go straight to the door. It's just that sort of feeling it leaves behind you that anything can happen.
And the perpetrator then, not caught at the time, police are appealing for witnesses. Yeah. Thank you very much for coming.
Okay. Thanks for coming to talk to us as well.
Thank you.
Let's see, time now is 8:44.
Let's catch